Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn Turkish Easy Way channel. Today is the day of a random topic, and I chose a topic, a very short topic to discuss and explain. And this topic is basically about how we differentiate between first person singular verb to be versus first person singular possessive ending that can be spelled or written in the same way, and the only difference here is pronunciation. So this is some of the things that confuses many learners of Turkish language, why they are written in the same way, and how we differentiate them. So there is the only difference that we have to look at there is the difference in terms of pronunciation, but spelling wise it is same, especially for the nouns that end in the consonant. So let's see what we are basically talking about here. So let's go to our workpad and see what we are talking about. So remember, with the verb to be, the endings we had for the first person singular was right? Im, So depending, or yum, im, yum, depending on what vowel, depending on the vowel harmony, and depending on the last vowel in the word, we choose appropriate personal ending for the first person singular. So let's kind of give a couple of examples. Specifically, let's assume you want to say I'm a doctor. You will say what? Ben doktorum, right? Ben doktorum, which means you can still omit ben here. Ben, right? Ben doktorum, or you can just say doktorum. Okay, I am a doctor, right? So you see here the ending here, right? Doktor is a doctor, and here is the first person singular verb to be, right? You can also say, for example, same can be used for the adjectives, right? You can say I am sick, then it will be what? Ben hastayım. Hastayım. I am sick. So first person singular. So you see here we have basically what? We have hasta as a noun, and we have right, as a personal pronoun. Sorry, a personal ending, a verb to be ending, and the letter ye here is just a fusion letter. So we have here the ending right, added together with the fusion letter ye. So let me give you one more example before we go to our topic. So let's say I want to say I'm a teacher, okay? Öğretmenim. Okay, so let's go öğretmenim. Ben öğretmenim, or just öğretmenim. I am a teacher. So here again, öğretmen is a noun, and we have im ending, right? Im ending as personal first person singular verb to be. Now, what is the issue with our topic? When we use when we have words, nouns or adjectives, it doesn't matter. Whenever we want to use verb to be for this kind of adjectives or nouns, especially look at the issues with what? With the nouns that end in what? A consonant. So look at this, for example, doktor, right, and öğretmen, both of them end in a consonant. And for the whatever we will be talking about, that's exactly only valid for nouns or adjectives that end in a consonant only. Okay, so let me give you also another picture and think of how we really distinguish between the two. Let's go and now look at the possessive ending, first person singular possessive ending. Okay, let's say I want to say my doctor. Okay, as you can see here, I say what? I am a doctor here. But if you want to say my doctor, okay, you will have to say what? Doktorum, right? Doktorum. Now, it's the same thing. It is the same thing. Let me just, there's a spelling. Okay, doktorum. But the only difference that you have here is what? The pronunciation. Okay, my doctor. And the only difference here is that doctor, when you say I'm a doctor, doctorum, the stress emphasis here is always on the last syllable of the root of the noun, okay? For example, doctor here is the full word, right? And the last syllable of doctor is this part, right? Doctor. So you have to emphasize the last syllable in terms of the stress whenever you use verb to be. But if you want to say my doctor, the stress immediately shifts to the possessive ending here. What is doktorum? It actually means what? Benim doktorum, right? That is omitted here. It's invisible. We say benim doktorum, my doctor. So whenever you say, you can omit it again, you can just say doktorum or benim doktorum. The only difference is that the stress immediately shifts to the last syllable and here the possessive ending, okay? So that's the only difference. Let's look at the other example. For example, if you say, you cannot say it for hasta because hasta doesn't end in consonant, right? This rule is only valid for the nouns that end. Hi, Fabiola, welcome. So this rule is only valid for the nouns, adjectives ending in a consonant. Because hasta doesn't end in a consonant, we skip this one. Let's look at the öğretmen. Okay, öğretmen ends in a consonant. So if when you say ben öğretmenim, you see the stress is here. Öğretmenim. Ben öğretmenim. You mean I'm a teacher. But if you want to say my teacher, you have to say what? Benim öğretmenim. Okay, benim öğretmenim. So if you just use this again, the only difference is what? Is stress, is the emphasis. Okay, so let me just make it bold here for you, okay, or red. Let me make it red. Öğretmen. Here it is doktorum and öğretmenim. Öğretmenim, okay. That is basically how you emphasize. And because it's syllable, we have to make it syllable, right? Doktorum. Let me make it red, okay? So you see, when we want to express first person singular verb to be, our emphasis is on the last syllable of the root of this word, okay? We don't include verb to be ending here. So the last syllable of the root of the noun. So doctor here is the root, and you have to put it at the end. However, when we talk about my doctor, the emphasis and stress is definitely on the last syllable. You see, they are spelled in the same way, they are written in the same way, but the pronunciation is different. So, ben doktorum means I'm a doctor. Benim doktorum means my doctor. Ben öğretmenim means I'm a teacher. Benim öğretmenim means my teacher. Of course, when you delete this ben and benim, right? For example, of course, ben by default means we are talking about the verb to be here, right? When you say ben öğretmenim, you cannot say ben öğretmenim, right? Because for you to make it possessive, you have to say benim öğretmenim. So if you have this ben or benim, you by default can differentiate it from this beginning, right? That whatever follows is either verb to be for ben or possessive ending for benim. But if they are omitted, if they are deleted like this, right? The only way you can understand what is this is from the context. Okay, from the context, which one is pronounced? Which one to pronounce how? Because you probably will understand from the context whether you are talking about the possessive ending or about the verb to be. Okay. So doktorum, I'm a doctor. Let me also delete this one hastayım because that's irrelevant, right? That's irrelevant because there is a vowel at the end of the root, so we don't deal with the verb to be cases where there is a vowel at the end. So we are left with this one. Let's give you a couple of more examples about this picture, okay? For example, asker, right? If you want to say, for example, I am a soldier, you can say askerim. Askerim, right? I'm a soldier. Okay. Doktorum, öğretmenim, and so on. Okay. Askerim. So where is the stress here? Stress is on the second asker, second syllable, right? Here. I'm a soldier. Askerim. And if you want to say my soldier, then you will say askerim. Okay, askerim. My soldier. So if you pronounce askerim, right? And here it is öğretmenim, doktorum. Okay. So if you want to pronounce, if you want to say my soldier, you definitely have to shift the stress and emphasis to the last part, to the last syllable in this construction. Okay. So askerim means I'm a soldier. Askerim means my soldier. Right. Let's give one more example. Okay, I'm thinking of the nouns. What about baba, right? Baba will not do the same, right? Babayım, because baba ends in the vowel, and babayım means I'm a father, but babam means my father. So it's not the same for the words that end in vowel. So we have to find the word that ends in a consonant again. Anne, baba, they are not ending in a. Let's say we say chauffeur. Okay, chauffeur. Chauffeurum. Chauffeur. This is, by the way, an irregular verb, so irregular word, irregular noun in Turkish language, right? Why? Because it doesn't follow the vowel harmony. You have O and then comes E, which is basically a word imported from French, right? From French language. Therefore, it is not following the vowel harmony from the beginning to the end. But anyway, so chauffeurum. Chauffeur ends in R, which is consonant. Therefore, chauffeurum, the stress should be here first, right? If you want to say I'm a driver, I am a chauffeur. So I am a driver. For the case of the my driver, you will say what? Just chauffeurum. Okay? Chauffeurum. So here we just change it to black, right? Chauffeurum. Chauffeurum. Now the stress here is on this part. Chauffeurum. I am a driver. My driver. We say my driver. Okay. So let me just repeat. I think it's clear. Susan. Hi Susan. Teşekkür ederim. Umarım herkes faydalanıyordur dersten. So I hope everyone benefits. So this is basically, let me just repeat what we covered. Okay. So we are talking about what? The first person singular verb to be, and only for the cases where the word ends in a consonant. So here doktor, öğretmen, asker, chauffeur, they all end in a consonant. So if you want to say I am a doctor, you will say doktorum, öğretmenim, askerim, chauffeurum. And if you want to say my doctor, my teacher, my soldier, my driver, you will say respectively doktorum, öğretmenim, askerim, chauffeurum. Okay? That's basically it. That was basically the topic for today. I wanted to kind of share with you. It is minor issue, very kind of a short issue to cover, but basically that's all about the emphasis, about stress in the word and nothing else. Okay. I hope you liked the lesson. You enjoyed it. So if you want something to be covered in this random lessons, in the future random lessons, you can comment in the comments section below the video, and I'll do my best to cover that topic for you if you have any confusion or problem with specific grammatical topics. Alright, I hope to see you tomorrow night, and tomorrow we will have another grammar lesson about the verbs, how we construct the verbs, right? Complex verb structures, past continuous tense, past perfect, future tense, right? Future past, and so on. So tomorrow we will cover that topic. Hope to see you tomorrow. Enjoy the evening. Have a nice day. Herkese iyi akşamlar. Yarın görüşmek üzere.